All right. Grahamlet 4.0, 97.5% memorized. This is Act 1, Scene 2. Nothing in my ear. Nothing in my ear. No text. No text in front of me. Nothing on the screen. All right. Though yet of Hamlet, our dear brother's death, the memory be green, and that less befitted to bear our hearts in grief, and our whole kingdom to be contracted in one brow of woe. Yet, so far, hath discretion fought with nature, that we with wisest sorrow think on him, together with remembrance of ourselves. Therefore, our sometime sister, now our queen, the imperial jointress of this warlike state, have we, as 'twere, with a defeated joy, with one auspicious and one dropping eye, with mirth and funeral, with dirge and marriage, in equal scale weighing delight and dole, taken to wife. Nor have we here embarred your better wisdoms, which have freely gone with this affair along, for all our thanks. And now follows that you know, young Fortinbras, holding a weak supposal of our worth, or thinking by our late dear brother's death our state to be disjointed and out of frame, colleagued with the dream of his advantage, yet not failed to pester us with message importing the surrender of those lands lost by his father with all bonds of law to our most valiant brother. So much for him. Now, for ourselves, and for this time of meeting, thus much the business is. We have here writ to Norway, uncle of young Fortinbras, who, impotent and bedrid, scarcely hears of this his nephew's purpose, to suppress his further gate herein, and that the levies, the lists in full proportion, are all made out of his subject. And we here dispatch you, good Cornelius, and you, Voltman, for bearers of this greeting to old Norway, giving to you no further personal power of the business with the king, more than the scope of these dilated articles allow. Farewell, and let your haste commend you to duty. In that in all things will we show our duty. We doubt it nothing. Heartily farewell. Now, Laertes, what's the news with you, huh? You told us of some suit. What is Laertes? You cannot speak of reason to the Dane and lose your voice. What wouldst thou beg, Laertes? It shall not be my offer, not thy asking. The head is not more native to the heart, the hand more instrumental to the mouth, than is the throne of Denmark to thy father. Dread my lord, your leave and favour to return to France, from whence though willingly I came to Denmark to show my duty in your coronation, yet now I must confess that duty done. My thoughts and wishes bend again towards France, and bow them to your gracious leave and pardon. Have you your father's leave, eh? What says Polonius? He hath, my lord, wrung from me my slow leave by laboursome petition, and at last upon his will I have sealed my heart consent. I do beseech you give him leave to go. Take thy fair hour, Laertes, time be thine. In thy best graces, spend it at thy will. But now, my cousin Hamlet, and my son, little more than kin and less than kind. How is it that the clouds still hang on you? Not so, my lord, I am too much of the sun. Good Hamlet, cast thy matted colour off, and let thine eye look like a friend on Denmark. Do not forever with thy faded lid seek for thy noble father in the dust. Thou know'st 'tis common, all that lives must die, passing through nature to eternity. Ay, madam, it is common. If it be, why seems it so particular with thee? Seems, madam? Nay, it is. I know not seems. 'Tis not alone my inky cloak, good mother, nor customary suits of solemn black, nor windy suspiration of forced breath, nor the fruitful river in the eye, nor the dejected haver of the visage, together with all forms, moods, shapes of grief, they can denote me truly. These indeed seem, for they are actions that a man might play. But I have that within which passeth show, these but the trappings and the suits of woe. 'Tis sweet and commendable in your nature, Hamlet, to give these morning duties to your father. But you must know your father lost a father. That father lost his, and the survivor bound in filial obligation for some term to do obsequious sorrow, but to persevere in obstinate condolement is a course of impious stubbornness. 'Tis unmanly grief. It shows a will most incorrect to heaven, a heart unfortified, a mind impatient, an understanding simple and unschooled. For what we know must be, and is as common as any of the most vulgar things sense, why should we, in our peevish opposition, take it to heart? Fie! 'Tis a fault to heaven, a fault against the dead, a fault to nature, to reason, most absurd, whose common theme is death of fathers, and who still hath cried from the first course till he that died today, this must be so. we pray you, throw to earth this unprevailing woe. And think of us as of a father. For let the world take note, you are the most immediate to our throne. And with no less nobility of love than that which dearest father bears his son, do I impart towards you. For your intent in going back to school in Wittenberg, it is most retrograde to our desire, and we beseech you, bend you, to remain here, in the cheer and comfort of our eye, our chiefest courtier, cousin, and our son. Let not thy mother lose her prayers, Hamlet. I pray thee stay with us. Go not to Wittenberg. Shall I know my best obey you, madam? Why, 'tis a loving and a fair reply. Be as ourself in Denmark. Madam, come. This gentle and unforced accord of Hamlet sits smiling to my heart. In grace whereof no jocund health that Denmark drinks today, but the great cannon of the clouds shall tell, and the king's roused, the heavens shall brew it again, re-speaking earthly thunder. Come away! Oh, that this too solid flesh would melt, thaw, and resolve into a dew. Or that the everlasting had not fixed his cannon against self-slaughter. Oh, God. God, how weary, stale, flat, and unprofitable seem to me all the uses of this world. Oh, fie on it. Foh! 'Tis an unweeded garden that grows to seed. Things rank and gross in nature possess it merely. That it should come to this. But 2 months dead. Nay, not so much, not 2. So excellent a king, that was to this Hyperion to a satyr. So loving to my mother that he might not be teemed the winds of heaven visit her face too roughly. Heaven and earth must I remember. Why, she would hang on him, as if increase of appetite had grown by what it fed on. And yet within a month, let me not think on. Frailty, thy name is woman. A little month, but ere those shoes were old, with which she followed my poor father's body like Niobe, all tears. Why, she, oh God, a beast that wants discourse of reason would have mourned longer. Married with my uncle, my father's brother, but no more like my father than I to Hercules, within a month. Ere yet the salt of most unrighteous tears had left the flushing of a galled eye, she married. Oh, most wicked speed, to post with such dexterity to incestuous sheets. It is not, nor it cannot come to good. But break my heart, for I must hold my tongue. Hail to your lordship. I'm very glad to see you. Horatio, I do forget myself. The same, my lord, and your poor servant ever. Sir, my good friend, I'll change that name with you. But what make you from Wittenberg, Horatio? Marcellus? Bernardo, very glad to see you. Good evening, sir. But what faith make you from Wittenberg? What is your failing arsenal? We'll teach you to drink deep ere you depart. My lord, I came to see your father's funeral. I pray that you do not mark me, fellow student. I think it was to see my mother's wedding. Indeed, my lord, it followed hard upon. Thrift, Horatio. The funeral baked meats that coldly furnished forth the marriage tables. Would I have met my dearest foe in heaven ere ever I'd seen? Would I have met my dearest foe in heaven ere ever I'd seen that day, Horatio? My father. Methinks I see my father. Oh, where, my lord? In my mind's eye, Horatio. I saw him once. He was a goodly king. He was a man. Take him for all in all, I shall not look upon his like again. My lord, I think I saw him yesternight. Saw? Who? My lord, the king your father. The king my father. Seizing admiration for a while with an attent ear, till I may deliver upon the witness of these gentlemen this marvel to you. For God's love, let me hear. 2 nights together have these gentlemen, Marcellus and Bernardo, on their watch, in the dead wasted middle of the night, been thus encountered. A figure, like your father, armed at all points exactly, cap a pie appears before them, and with slow and solemn march goes slow and stately by them. Thrice he walked. Thrice he walked within the truncheon's length, whilst they, distilled almost to jelly with the act of fear, stand dumb and speak not to him. This to me in dreadful secrecy in part they did, and I with them the 3rd night kept the watch, where, as they had delivered both in time Form of the thing, each word made true and good, the apparition comes. I knew your father. These hands are not more like. But where was this? My lord, upon the platform where we watched. Did you not speak to it? My lord, I did, but answer made it none. Yet once methought it lifted up its head, and did address itself to motion like as it would speak. But even then the morning cock crew loud, and it shrunk in haste away, and vanished from our sight. 'Tis very strange. As I do live, my honoured lord, 'tis true, and we did think it writ down in our duty to let you know of it. Indeed, sirs, but this troubles me. Hold you the watch tonight? We do, my lord. Armed, say you? Armed, my lord. From top to toe? My lord, from head to foot. But then showing not his face. Oh, yes, my lord, he wore his beaver up. But looked he frowningly? Countenance more in sorrow than in anger, pale or red, nay, very pale, and fixed his eyes upon you, most constantly. I would I had been there, it would have much amazed you. Very like. Very like. Stayed it long? I wonder if moderate haste might tell 100. Longer, not when I saw it. His beard was grizzled, eh? It was as I have seen it in his life, a sable silvered. I will watch tonight. By chance to walk again, I warrant you it will. If it assume my noble father's person, I'll speak to it, though hell itself should gape and bid me hold my peace. I pray you all, if you have hitherto concealed this sight, let it be tenable in your silence still, and whatsoever else shall hap tonight, give it an understanding, but no tongue. I will requite your love. So fare you well. Upon the platform, twixt 11 and 12, I'll visit you. Our duty to your honour, your loves, as mine to you. Farewell. My father spitted in arms. All is not well. I doubt some foul play. Would the night were come. Till then sit still, my soul. Foul deeds will rise, though all the earth o'erwhelm them to men's eyes.